What is your American dream?
I was born in New York. My American dream is music, and DJing is the one thing that I love.
My family's from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in the Bronx. My American dream is to achieve success and prosperity through my hard work.
I am from India. I do hope that each one of us realize our own humanity and start helping each other succeed. We are all humanity, and that's the least we should be able to do.
I am from Poland. My American dreams be close to my kids and my grandkids, be happy, enjoy daily life. My dreams are very humble.
I'm from Suriname, South America. My American dream is to take advantage of opportunities to excel at my talents.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Happy MLK Day.
I don't know what you're going to say when you do this. I'm always surprised. You know, I'm looking at you like, what is going to come out of Squeeze's mouth?
What's going to come out of my mouth?
Yeah.
I want to say a happy MLK Day to each and every one. Welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show. Brad, Squeeze, we're here. It's going to be a great show. And once again, we're here on 93.5 WVIP FM and also Facebook Live, the Brad and Squeeze page. Remember to share. You know the rules, you know the guidelines. Share in your timeline, then share to up to 30 friends that you have. Once again, we're going to be taking your immigration questions. So make sure you call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Am I looking at the right camera?
You are looking at the right camera.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at the right camera. 1-800-5... No, now the camera is looking at me. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Make sure you stay tuned for at least an hour. We got a lot coming up. Mr. B.
How are you?
Cold.
Yes, and a happy MLK Day to you.
Yes.
And quite frankly,
I knew it was because I got here a little bit earlier.
Yes, I saw that.
Not much
I saw
traffic.
you, and you came with a lot of zest and energy today.
Yep.
And what you know, in these days and times, to recognize MLK, remember what he stood for, I think is more important than probably in my lifetime, perhaps. You know, I have here, you know, Jill gave me a whole history here of MLK. He came to prominence, Squeeze. He was born in 1929, but came to prominence in the sense of becoming a national figure during the Rosa Parks bus boycott to the Montgomery bus when she was asked to move to the back of the bus. Right. Activists coordinated the bus boycott for 381 days in 1955. Rosa Parks refused to give her seat up to a white passenger, and it placed a severe economic strain on the public transit system of Montgomery. And Martin Luther King Jr. was chosen as the protest leader and official spokesman. And from there, he rose to prominence. By the time the Supreme Court ruled that segregated seating on public buses was unconstitutional in 1956, King, who was heavily influenced by Mahatma Gandhi, peaceful protesting, had entered the national spotlight. He was inspirational. And from there, he went on to found the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. He joined his father as the co-pastor at the Ebenezer Baptist Church, and he was arrested for a peaceful protest in Birmingham in 1963 for sit-ins and marches protesting segregation, unfair hiring practices, other injustices. He, of course, marched on Washington, the famous March on Washington, with a number of other civil rights and religious groups in, what year was that, 1963, 1964, somewhere around there. It was before my birth. I'm trying to remember my history lessons. And this peaceful protest that had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people join him, and millions more watch on television and read about it in the news, led directly to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which provided, among other things, that nobody can, in any sort of federal situation where there's anything doing with the federal government, can use somebody's race or religion to segregate somebody from somebody else. Now, we have a long way to go, still in the United States here in 2018, but in that 10-year period, MLK went from a pastor to a national leader to somebody who was a peaceful activist who eventually led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The March on Washington culminated in Martin Luther King's famous address known as I Have a Dream speech, where it was a spirited call for peace, and many consider it one of the most famous speeches of all times. As far as speech writing, as far as giving a speech, it's the Leonardo da Vinci of speeches. Yep. Standing
Maybe we can find a piece of it.
I hope so. You know, he was standing on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, which was a monument, and they picked that specifically, which was a monument to President Lincoln, who ended slavery in the United States. But even though Lincoln ended slavery, he didn't end racism and segregation. And Martin Luther King shared a vision where he said, you know, quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal." I don't know if do we have the speech, or we don't have the speech, Joe?
Yeah, let's find out.
Okay, so they're just loading it now. Maybe we'll have the speech in a little bit. I don't believe MLK's speech went off on time, and neither does the Brad and Squeeze show.
Never does.
So that's what we have in common.
Never, ever
Yes.
does.
And unfortunately, he was assassinated.
Yeah.
He was assassinated actually about 6 months before I was born, on April 4th, 1968, by James Earl Ray, an escaped convict, known racist, and he pled guilty to Martin Luther King Jr.'s murder and was sentenced to 99 years, God forbid 99 days, 99 years in jail. And Ronald Reagan signed.
He recanted his confession.
Oh, I didn't hear that. When was that?
Right before he died, I think.
Well, we can go. Somebody could go interview him in hell. And
he later recanted his confession and gained some unlikely advocates, including members of the King family, before his death in 1998.
Why did the King family advocate on his behalf?
No, didn't advocate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, any event, okay. Well, in any event, Ronald Reagan signed a law in 1983 recognizing the third Monday, which is today in January, as MLK Day, and it's been observed ever since 1986. Let's see Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
All right.
That was very long.
That was very, 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 very long.
Very long speech. I was going to get at least 3 minutes.
Yes.
Like,
5
seconds.
And Squeeze, what a juxtaposition it is to what we have today in Washington, D.C.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah. Did you see on the Trump D.C. hotel, Mr. Trump's hotel in Washington, D.C., do we have a picture of what was put up, the S-hole word? There it is. This was what was put up by a performance artist. He sat across the street from the Trump hotel and put this on a projection on the Trump Hotel in Washington, D.C. And for those who are listening on WVIP radio, it is a projection of the word S-hole with a lot of poop emojis emanating all over the entire front wall, front doors.
Was he arrested?
What?
Was he arrested?
He was not arrested because you're allowed to, he wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting across the street and using a projector. Thought it was great.
Oh, man.
So, and then they also did it on the San Francisco Federal Building in honor of Donald Trump. They also did the same thing. Do we have the picture of the San Francisco Federal Building where they actually conduct immigration hearings and other federal? There it is right there. The federal building in San Francisco in honor of President Trump. They also projected this on to the federal building.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. So happy MLK Day. I don't know if you have anything you want to say about MLK before we move on, Squeeze?
I just believe that, in this day and age where we see racism on the rise rather than going down, it's good to remember what Dr. Martin Luther King stood for and represented. It's very sad that our president does not feel the same way. I think he's a hypocrite and is not representing in any way, shape, or form what it is that Dr. Martin Luther King has displayed. And I do believe that we as a people, we have the power. We have the power of votes. We have the power of actually demonstrating. We have the power of the pen. We have the power of speech. And we should actually not let our current president dissuade us from doing what is right, because we're all one people. That's pretty much what I have to say.
On the, you said that our current president doesn't feel the same way as MLK, and I think you were not giving our president his due justice. Okay. I think our president has said enough racist comments and has said enough racist things that you can make excuses that maybe it was a slip of the tongue sometimes. You can make an excuse that he really doesn't feel that way. But he said it so many things and so many different occasions, culminating with the Charlottesville equating people who are saying to Ku Klux Klan members, what you're saying is not right, equating them as being equal. And then, of course, with the S-hole comment about people who come from countries that are predominantly, the people are darker skinned. I think, we're not giving the president justice for what he's saying. And what he's saying is basically racist things. He's saying divisive comments. And it is absolutely in juxtaposition to what MLK stood for. His dream, MLK, has still not come true yet, but hopefully one day.
I just want to remind everyone that Donald Trump has a dream also. Okay, and he's not dreaming of a white Christmas. All right? Donald Trump has a dream.
What's his dream?
His dream? Come on, it's obvious. You just said it.
He is dreaming of a white Christmas.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you said he's not dreaming of a white Christmas.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
I have a dream also on MLK Day. I have two dreams. One is that hopefully, I have three dreams. Hopefully they have some sensible immigration reform that can help people.
Right.
Hopefully this divisiveness can end, because, when people, I don't care what you say, in our public discourse, the politicians and our leaders have to say what is happening and what is being said is not right, because it flows down into our public discourse, and then people will start acting on what our leaders are saying. So I have a dream that stops. I also have a dream that we can help as many people as we can, Squeeze, and one of the ways to do that is by sharing this page.
That's not a dream for me. That's reality.
With as many people as you can.
The reality of it is we can help people.
Yeah,
all right?
We can help people. And by the way, I want to say this. With all of the disgusting things that are being said today, the immigration laws, for the most part, are exactly the same as they were under President Obama. There's lots of ways to help people. Squeeze?
All right, so this is where I tell you all to share. So listen to me telling you to share. Right now, I want everyone, we're only at 107 concurrent actual viewers right now. We need to get to 300 viewers at least today. Now, concurrently. At the end of the day, we always end up being at around 6,000 people who have actually watched the Brad and Squeeze show. This show is about answering immigration questions, giving you insights, news, and more right here each and every single weekday at 9 a.m. and noon. So I'm asking you, if you're on Facebook, on the Brad and Squeeze page, share that page on your timeline first, and then share it to at least 50 of your friends. Hey, come on. 50 of your friends. It will take approximately about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, in some cases a minute and a half, to share to that many friends. So
why don't you
just take your go on.
I was going to say, we're going to go to our immigration questions at 1-800-529-5465 in about 2 minutes.
Right, 2 minutes.
That way you can tell all your friends that in 2 minutes, we're going to be getting your immigration questions answered.
Right.
But you got to be able to share this on your timeline and share this to groups that you are members of. Share it to 20 different people.
We don't want anyone missing out, so right now tell them to share. 1-800-529-5465 is the number to call to get on air, to get your questions answered, your immigration questions, whether they're green card questions. A lot of people are home today, all right? So share. 1-800-529-5465. Get on the Facebook page, go to the Brad and Squeeze page, like the page first of all, then share on your own timeline, then share on 50 of your friends. I'm quite sure we all have more than 50 friends. 1-800-529-5465. Want to say thanks to the people who have joined groups. One of the best way to share is to join groups, all right, and then share in those groups. If you are members of other pages, do the same. Members of events, do the same thing. Once again, 1-800-529-5465 to get on air. 93.5 FM listeners, if you're not on Facebook, please do get on Facebook. Join the Brad and Squeeze page. With that said, Brad, are you ready to demonstrate what it is that we do here each and every single weekday?
Yes, we are. 1-800-529-5465. And just a quick programming note, Squeeze.
What's that?
Before we get to our telephone calls.
We're brought by our partners,
We are brought by our partners, USA Credit Repair. And number 2, and you can call USA Credit Repair at 1-800-872-7177. And we've had so much good feedback from the people who have already called USA Credit Repair about getting their credit up by 100, 150 points in less than 30 days. So call our partner at 1-800-872-7177 right now.
Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. But I will also say this. On our 12 o'clock show, a quick programming note, on our 12 o'clock show, Squeeze, will represent our 100th live show. 100th live show from our new studio. And
what better day to have it than on Dr. Martin Luther King Day?
What better day to have it than on MLK Day? So at 12 o'clock we will be celebrating our 100th show, and just so everybody knows what it's like to put on a live show. It's not so simple. You don't just get on and start talking.
No,
Squeeze and I make it look simple. We have an entire fabulous crew behind us. It takes 6-7 people every day on top of Brad and Squeeze.
I've got an idea.
1 second, to put on a live show, just to put this in perspective. Family Guy, okay, the show on Sunday night, is celebrating their 300th show, and they have took them since 2002.
300? There's more than 300 shows.
No, it's 300 shows. This past Sunday was their 300th show. They started in 2002. It took them 15 years to get to 300 shows. It took us...
You sure about that?
Yes, I am positive. It took us...
300?
Yes. It took us 90 days to get to 100 live shows. All right,
so
Squeeze.
you want to hear my idea?
What's your idea?
I think we should bring all the members of the Brad and Squeeze show on the show at 12 o'clock.
I don't know how we're going to do that, but maybe Jill can figure it out.
They can come in one at a time.
She is.
Two at a time.
Jill is pretty smart.
Put a camera in that room.
She's a pretty smart cookie.
It's not that hard.
She's a very smart cookie.
Yep.
I don't know how she's going to transport people from all over the country in 2 hours into the control room, but Squeeze always comes up with fantastic ideas at the last second, and Jill loves your fantastic last second ideas.
Talking about the people who work behind the scenes.
The people who work behind this. I thought you meant the Brad squad and the team Squeeze.
No, the people who work behind the scenes.
You want to put them on our show.
They should be on air.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see if they want to do that. All right. Audrey in the Bronx.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Audrey. How are you? By the way,
I'm great, brother.
Happy MLK Day.
Thank you. Same to you. I have a question. On the adjustment of status 485, there's a question that says, have you ever worked without authorization in the United States? How do you suggest we answer that? Because you've been working. Should we say yes?
Who's sponsoring you?
My son, he's an American citizen.
Okay, so if your son's an American citizen and he's sponsoring you, you're considered an immediate relative. Under the law, immediate relatives are not barred from getting their green card in the United States if they worked illegally. You're only barred if you misrepresent facts. So you absolutely tell the truth. I worked illegally. Okay. It's not a bar to getting a green card. The only time you would be denied is if you lie about it and it's caught and you're caught. So you're better off to tell the truth.
Okay. And
so the answer is yes.
Brad. Oh, thank you. One final question. Another part that says work history for the last 5 years. Should you put, because if you work, should you put the name of the employer that employ you?
Yes, of course. So you tell the truth.
Oh.
You tell the truth.
Wow.
Don't you sound like you're in pain when you're saying this, but you absolutely tell the truth. And you will get a green card. And if you're concerned, this is why you have lawyers.
Yep.
So you know what lawyers do besides make sure, good lawyers do besides make sure that your case goes well?
What?
Okay? Because you can hear the pain in her voice right now. That pain is anxiety.
I mean, for the employer,
it's anxiety.
you know?
It's anxiety. Okay, you know what good lawyers do? They reduce your anxiety and make you sleep well at night. Hold on 1 second, okay?
1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to another call.
Ahmet in Guyana. All the way from Guyana.
Yes, hi.
How are you, Ahmet, in Guyana?
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm actually a United States citizen. I'm here on vacation in Guyana.
Okay, great.
Yes. I would like to know, I have actually two questions for you. One, the first question is what is the difference between an I-601 form and an I-601A form?
Okay. What's your second question? I know the answer to that one.
And the second question is, if I have an approved I-130 form and I have an approved I-601A form, what is holding me back from getting the person approved?
Okay. So, the I-601 is a waiver that is filed at the embassy for some violation of immigration law. The I-601A is a provisional waiver that's filed in the United States also for the same violation of immigration law, except you do that when the relative you're filing for is in the United States. So if the relative is in the United States, at the time you're filing the waiver, you do the I-601A, but the waiver is for that person to go home to pick up their green card. So it's done so that way they feel confident that when they leave their country, their waiver is already approved. The I-601 is for a waiver at the U.S. Embassy. So my question to you is, I assume you filed for your relative, your spouse presumably. She was in the United States. You did the 601A. She has now went home to pick up her green card. And the question to you is, why doesn't this woman have her green card?
Why?
I don't know. Let me ask you a question. Have you gone to the interview yet?
Yes.
Okay. Now, my next question to you is, what did they say at the interview?
They said that she would have to file, they put the file on hold, and she would have to file an I-601.
Okay. So now, you did this without a lawyer, I presume, correct?
With a lawyer.
You did this with a lawyer? Well, then, okay. Then your lawyer has not really done what should have been done, or advised you at least, because they're telling you to file the 601 because most likely either your wife has a criminal record or she committed some sort of misrepresentation when she was entering the United States. She used a false document. Is it one or the other?
One or the other.
Okay. So the 601A waiver covers you living in the United States illegally. It does not cover criminal, and it does not cover false documents. Now she's at the embassy. You have to file a second waiver. You should have known about that before you left the country, because presumably if one waiver will be approved, the second waiver will be approved, but it's never a guarantee, because just like you go before two different judges and two different judges will give you two different opinions. You never know.
Right.
So you got to do a really good job on the second waiver. Your attorney should have advised you of this. Hold on 1 second though, okay?
1-800-529-5465. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at about 146 concurrent viewers. Want to get up to 300. We're halfway there, just about.
Halfway there. That means more people need to share.
And yep.
Okay, and let everybody know we're going to be going to your Facebook questions in about 30 seconds. We have Anna Escona, I believe, from Miami.
Okay, cool.
Our Miami connection, right? I believe she's standing by, our social media queen of the day. Let's see if we can find Anna.
Check in with Anna. All right. She's down in Miami. She speaks Spanish. She's there.
Hey guys.
Hey,
good
how are you? Good morning.
Happy MLK Day to you.
Same to you.
Right.
How's it going?
We're cold. We're very cold here in New York.
Is it a little bit colder in this room today?
It is freezing here in New York. Okay, they put us in an ice box here at the Brad and Squeeze show.
Yep.
Somebody had the brilliant idea that there should be no heat in this room at any time.
This is the remake of Cool Runnings.
Yes, there should be no heat in this room at any time.
John Candy over here.
It would affect our equipment. So they have shut the heat off in this room, not thinking about when it goes to minus 100 degrees in New York, which it is right now.
Well, I'm not going to complain about Miami, but it is a little bit chilly over here too.
Okay.
Not as much as New York.
We don't feel bad for you. All right.
You shouldn't.
All right. Do we have questions on Facebook, Anna?
Yes, we have a couple questions. Okay. So Bernardo Jones. Hi, Brad and Squeeze. My wife, who is pregnant, put in my papers in October. I already did my biometric and received my work permit last week. My question is, should she put me on her tax return or not? I have never worked here before. Will that be a problem for me?
Yes, you should be on your tax returns, because one of the things that you're doing is when you're filing for your marriage case, you have to show that you have a joint economic relationship. So if your spouse is filing head of household or even single, she's misrepresenting to the IRS what her true tax status is. And two, when you go into immigration, they're going to say, wait, you're not sharing an economic relationship. We don't believe this is a real marriage. So for both of those reasons, the answer is yes. If you haven't done it, you always have the right to amend your taxes.
Yes, you do.
Jermaine Stone. Hi, Brad and Squeeze. My wife put in my papers. My priority date was October 4th, 2017. I did biometrics on November 6th, 2017. And I am yet to receive my EAD. Should I be worried?
Well, it's been November. You put in your papers. It should about 120 days. So that's December, January, February. Start getting worried by the first week of March if you haven't heard anything. Until then, sleep well. By the first week of March, if you haven't gotten anything yet, then give us a call.
Vanessa wants to know, what is the difference between a 1601 and a I think she meant I.
You're right.
And an I-601A.
That's the same question that was asked about 5 minutes ago by, by the gentleman, by the gentleman in Guyana. The 601A is done as a provisional waiver when you're in the United States to go back home to pick up your green card. The 601 is your general waiver form that you would be filing here in the United States for adjustment, or at the U.S. Embassy if you have other reasons to be denied your green card. Now remember, the 601A, if we learned from the last caller, only covers unlawful presence in the United States. And it also covers entry without inspection. What it does not cover is misrepresentation of entry. So in other words, if you come to the United States on a false document, and then you live in the United States and you do the provisional waiver, the I-601A, your unlawful presence is okay, but you still lied to the government. You're going to need an I-601 at the embassy. Versus just running across the border, walking off a boat, coming as a crewman, then there was no misrepresentation. Then you're okay.
1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. We're right smack inside of the social media check-in with Anna, who is in Miami. We still have yet to come up with a name. Brad Squad, Team Squeeze, come on.
By the way, do we have a video? I love Anna's videos. Do we have a video of Anna? Can we watch one of your videos?
You can. You should actually watch the last one I did, which was explaining to the Latino community how most of us, our roots come from Africa, and that is why the term Afro-Latino has been a popular sensation going on right now.
We'll watch that one at 12 because we don't have that one loaded.
Okay.
But we will watch it. And Jill said we're going to watch that one at 12. What do we have loaded today, Jill?
If you don't know who dreamers are, these are the ones who work hard day by day to better their future. They stay in school and land professional jobs to be able to enjoy the great opportunities the United States has to offer. We cannot allow these rights to be taken away from them when this too is their home. So Trump, you gotta get out, because at the end of the day, we're all Americans. Without them, we would be incomplete. And yes, we call them dreamers, but they're actually the ones that sleep less and grind harder. Let's put a stop to this and defend the dreamers.
I like that.
Very spicy there. I like it. With the little, I can't even do it. I don't have that. I don't have that attitude of.
I see her and I said, "Is she from the Bronx?" She reminds me a lot of my Bronx peeps. Where?
I'm a Jersey girl.
You're a Jersey girl.
Jersey, Bronx. New York metropolitan area. Yeah.
I would think she's from the Bronx.
All right, I like
got a Bronx attitude,
I like that.
That aggressive Bronx attitude, like no fear,
That's right. Yeah, you Trump man. Right. I can't do that though. Can you give me your little?
No, Brad, don't.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. Let me see your.
Stay Jewish, dude.
I'm going to stay Jewish, but let me see your little spicy.
Don't, Brad.
She
don't
was
even
very.
Go there. She was very good.
Very good.
That's how you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Very expressive. Very good. Very on point.
Yes.
All right, so let's get some more.
We have some more questions that came in. Sorry about that. Okay, so Juberkis Jacquez asked, "Good morning. My husband is a citizen and petitioned his mother in April 2017. We received the receipt and have heard nothing else. How much longer do you think this process will last?"
Who filed for the brother?
Her husband filed for his mother. April 2017, and they haven't received anything after that.
The receipt?
So how much longer?
They should have received something. Call us.
They received the receipt and haven't heard anything else.
They should call us. It's 10 months into the case. They should be calling us.
Katrina Daniel, my question is, why has the immigration timelines increased so much? Months and months to get someone here. I'm in the K-1 visa process.
Donald Trump only knows that answer. Generally speaking, he doesn't like immigrants. He has purposely slowed down the entire process.
Paula asks, "Hi, my name is Natasha Frith, and I am a green card holder, and I've been out of America for over 8 years now. It's not going to be up till this year in August. Am I still up for traveling?"
No, you've been out of the United States as a green card holder for more than 8 years. You gave up your permanent residence. So you have two choices at this point. You can go to the U.S. Embassy and say, "Here's my green card. I haven't been in the United States for 8 years. Can I get a visitor's visa?" If you come from a country that's not a visa waiver country. Or you can go to the U.S. Embassy and apply for what's called an SB1 visa, which is not the Spar Bernstein visa, but they just call it the SB1 visa, interestingly enough. And you have to show that you have a lot of ties to the United States, and it really wasn't your fault why you've been out of the country for 8 years. The longer you've been out, the harder it is to get that, to try to re-enter with a green card. But if you just try to re-enter with a green card, get on an airplane, you haven't been in the United States for 8 years, you'll get on the airplane, you're going to get to JFK or Miami or wherever you are, and then you're going to be held in jail. You don't want that to happen.
Right. Shine Williams, follow-up. I heard the question about filing taxes. What if you and your spouse don't live together and one file has head of the household?
If you and your spouse don't live together, you have no business filing for a green card because you're going to be denied for fake marriage. Squeeze, we're at 195 views. Can you do something about this, Squeeze?
I've been doing something about it.
Do something about this.
What do you think I'm doing here?
What
do you think these fingers are doing?
I don't know what your fingers are doing. I don't know. Continue, please. Sorry, I just got a little crazy.
Everyone is saying page 21, page 21. And by the way, someone suggested her name should be Social Media Jeannie.
Social Media Jean?
Jeannie.
Ooh. Oh, Jeannie.
Yeah.
Social Media Jeannie? Okay, that could work. You know? We'll see.
We need 3
Lewis
options.
Yeah.
Lewis asked, good morning, Brad. I just recently got my EAD and Social Security number and started being on a payroll last week. My husband also started working last December. He did not file any income tax when he was in Chicago. He is a U.S. citizen. Is it ideal for us to file a joint tax return despite working for only a few months?
Yes.
I used to file my tax using my ITIN since 2011.
Yes. If you're filing through a spouse, you should always be filing a joint tax return.
Julia King, good morning, guys, and Happy New Year. Question: my friend has been being for 8 months now, but the problem is that his put him out and take away everything from him now.
What?
He has. Yeah, I don't understand this.
You're going verbatim. Go verbatim, and then we'll put it in our Facebook. We'll put it in our Facebook translator. All right, we're going to put it in our Facebook translator. Do it verbatim, and we'll put it in our Facebook translator. Okay.
All right.
Start again.
Okay. So Julia King, good morning, guys. Happy New Year. Question: my friend has been out for 8 months now, but the problem is that he has put him out and take away everything from him now. He has to be living in a shelter. What can he do?
All right.
So I guess he was taking everything away. And
apparently he was living with a spouse or something, and she threw him out, and now he's in the shelter and wants to know what to do. If you're not, that's what the Facebook translator said. If you're not together with your spouse, I mean, obviously you're in a shelter. Your choices are, you have to get up on your feet and get out of a shelter, number one. But number two, either you're an abused spouse, either physically or extreme emotional abuse, and maybe there's extreme emotional abuse. There's plenty of men who have extreme emotional abuse by a woman. So VAWA cases go both ways. Or you're gonna have to figure out another way to get a green card.
There you go. 1-800-529-5465, still inside of our social media check-in with Anna, who happens to be in Florida. All right, let's go to another question from social media.
Squeeze, we hit 200.
And 3. Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Chuberki Jack.
So much for the applause.
No applause for 200
No
anymore.
Not
applause for 200.
too late.
It's not too late. Okay.
You got to get 300 before applause.
Right.
Last week was 200 applause.
Yes.
All right, so Juberki Jacquez, can someone with a visitor visa change your status once in the USA?
Yes.
And so far, that is it.
That's about it for now.
Thank you very much, Anna. We'll see you at 12 o'clock. Great job as always.
Thank you.
Stay warm there in Miami. Wink, wink. And we will be back. Maybe we'll come back to you. We'll see. Oh, there's the applause. About 5 minutes too late.
Delayed.
Maybe we will come back to you at the end if we have a lot more questions on Facebook. If not, we will see you at 12, okay?
And thank
you
so
stay
much.
tuned.
Okay.
Let's see what happens, okay?
Social media.
All right,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Our social media genie of the day.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, so 1-800-529-5465 is the number to call to get on our show. 1-800-529-5465 is also the number for Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-529-5465 is the number to call to make an appointment to see us, whether it's immigration, criminal defense.
By the way, my fingers are freaking frozen.
Do you want to do USA credit repair, or do you want to get to Mike in Yonkers?
Well, I just wanted to tell everybody, this just in. We're giving a 60-day free credit repair to everybody who can call before the top of the hour. So if you call this number right now, USACreditRepairInc.com will work on your credit absolutely free for 60 days if you call before the top of the hour. No exceptions. You must call before the top of the hour. You're going to sign up for a 3-month plan, but for the first 60 days, they'll work on your credit for free. So here's the number, 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. This is for your own good, so don't move or go anywhere. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. Call USA Credit Repair now. Let's jump back into it.
I'm going to be a friend to you. Here, do you need Mike's scarf?
Okay. I got one.
Warm?
No, I got one.
What? People are very concerned about your fingers.
No, it's
that
okay.
you have like you're a pianist or something.
A what?
A pianist.
A pianist?
You know, like Beethoven.
Oh.
A pianist. Everyone seems to be concerned about your fingers on Facebook.
Fingers and pianist?
Yes.
What are you talking about,
Whatever.
Brad?
Pianist?
This is a family show.
You are a pianist. That's what they call it, a pianist. You know. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Listen, man, I don't want to know what you do with your fingers on your piano. You know, that's your business. Keep that to yourself.
Keep your fingers at your piano on your side over there.
All right.
Yes.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to touch your scarf. Okay.
I was offering the scarf to warm up your fingers.
And then you mentioned pianist.
I was to warm up your fingers.
I don't want your scarf anymore, man. Keep it. It's okay. Let's get back to business. Okay, stop. Everybody stop. Stop.
Wait. I was going to Mike.
Stop. Everybody stop. Listen up, people. It's MLK Day. And right now we hit 200 and we're dropping. We need to go back up. All right? No comments, Brad. So, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a great idea.
I want everybody to stop. Take your fingers out and start sharing. Right now I need for you to share to 50 of your friends. And if you don't have 50 friends, hit me up. I'll share some of mine with you. Once again, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're answering immigration questions. It's a full-service law firm that brought this all to you. Make sure you call them at 1-800-LAW-LINK. However, go to Facebook, go to the Brad and Squeeze page, find the live video that's up. It says live on the left-hand side in red, okay? And then click share. Share on your own timeline, then share to 50 of your friends. And ask them to share the page on their friends' page. And thank you so much. Once again, share. Sharing is caring. Why? Because we want to give a lot of people a lot of help. Right?
We can't help people if they don't know about it.
There you go.
There it is.
And who is our promoter?
Squeeze.
No, the Brad Squad.
Brad
Team Squeeze,
Squad.
and everyone that's sharing.
Team Squeeze?
Yeah.
There's no better promoters than the Brad Squad and Team Squeeze. I can't talk anymore. Listen, I use the word pianist, so what do you know? What do you want me to say?
Look.
All right, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Brad and Squeeze? Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, man.
Yeah, I got a question. I received my 10-year green card from my wife. I got it 2 years ago. Me and my wife, we got divorced, and I'm with someone else now. What could I do to earn that person that I'm with right now?
Well, you have your 10-year card now or your 2-year card still?
Excuse me?
You have a 10-year card or a 2-year card?
10-year card.
When did you get your 2-year card?
I didn't get a 2-year card. I get the straight 10 years.
Okay. When did you get the 10-year card?
January 2016.
Okay, so you cannot do anything. If you get a green card through a spouse, you can, even if you get divorced, you can go get married to anybody you want, but you can't file for your second spouse for 5 years or until you become a citizen, whichever comes first. So even though you have your 10-year card, things didn't work out with your first spouse, you're now want to marry the second lady, you can marry her for sure, but you can't file for her until 2021.
Okay, so So even if I couldn't submit her paperwork either, right?
Nope. And quite frankly, if you marry her now, when you go for your citizenship, the first question they're going to ask is, tell us about your first marriage and prove to us it was real. Because they're going to start questioning the validity of your first marriage. I can guarantee you that.
Okay.
All right. Hold on if you need help. Hold on. All right. Let's go to Marlene in Queens. Marlene.
Hey, morning. How are you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
We're cold.
I'm good, thanks. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year. Happy MLK Day. Before you know it, it's going to be Happy July 4th.
Yep.
Squeeze.
I know.
Right
I
before
know.
you know it, Squeeze is going to be out on his boat in the Hamptons. All right, and saying, "Wow, it's too damn hot out here." Now he's cold.
I know.
Yeah, Marlene, what's up?
Question for you. Just wanted to find out how long can I put in my application for my 10-year green card?
What do you mean? How long can you put it in? You put it in 90
how long? Like, so if it's expired in June,
you put it in
90
days before the 90 days before the expiration. So if it's June, you're going to do sometime in April. You're going to file it.
Okay, sometime in April.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
During the month of April, 90 days before. Right. What you don't want to wait till the day before, because it takes them about 30 days or so to send you back a response extending your green card. So you got to really do it somewhere between the 90-day mark and the 30-day mark before the expiration. So I assume sometime in April would be fine.
Okay, so can you still travel on it?
Absolutely. Enjoy your trips. Don't stay out for more than 2 or 3 months. Hold on if you need help. All right, Squeeze. We have no more calls here on MLK Day.
All right.
Okay, it is 9:51 in the morning. I can't believe that perhaps people are sleeping in today. No, we don't have. Nobody seems to be concerned about their immigration status.
Everyone's listening to MLK speech.
Donald Trump wants to deport everybody. Yesterday, on Thursday, he was making a deal for amnesty. By Sunday, he was saying, "Sorry, dreamers, you all got to go home." How the hell does that? By the way, there's not enough airplanes.
It's April's Fool.
You want to know? You want to know what April's Fool is? What? April Fool is on Trump. All right, because if they actually think that they're going to be that there's enough airplanes in the world to send home hundreds of thousands of Haitians, about 500,000 Salvadorans, another 250,000 Nicaraguans, and 1 million Dreamers, that's about 2 million airplane seats. All in the next 6 months, because all these programs are expiring in the next 6 months. Where the hell are the airplanes to send all these people home?
That would be interesting.
April Fool's on Donald Trump. You can't do it. So all he's doing is just making people illegal and making people miserable.
All I know is that whomever is in charge of the heat here is making me cold. See where my hands are?
Where? They're in your pockets like a good pianist.
I almost did what Al Bundy does when he's watching his television.
Yes, don't do that. Nobody wants to see you stick your hands in your pants.
I didn't say that's what he did. I never said that's what he did.
Let's go back to Anna Escobar, our social media genie, who rubbed or did her genie thing to get more questions. Where is she?
Hi, Anna.
Anna.
There you go.
Hey guys.
How are you?
I think everyone's sleeping today.
I think everyone's sleeping.
It's a holiday.
Yeah, it's a holiday. All right. So let's go through our 5 questions, and then we'll be back at 12. Questions.
All right.
Okay. Juberki Jacquez, what is the process for a status change if you are here on a visitor's visa?
What is the process for what do you want to change to? You want to change to a student? You want to change to an investor, a work visa? You want to get your green card? We need more information. Then I can tell you the process.
Wyclef Ken, can you file for spousal visa as a GC holder?
You can, but GC means green card. Mm-hmm. You can file as a green card holder for your spouse. It'll take about 18 to 24 months. It's a different process than being an American citizen, but you can certainly do it.
Jensel Armington, good morning. I'm currently living in Florida. I have been here in the United States from August 23rd, 2016. Filed my AOS since November 7th, 2016. But now I don't have my green card. Can you help me understand why until Until now, nothing has moved on?
If you filed for your adjustment of status in November of 2016, and it is now almost February 2018, or January 2018, we're coming into February 2018, that's a year and 3 months. The only thing I can tell you is you screwed up somewhere, because there's no way that it should be a year and 3 months and you have nothing. So how you screwed up, what you did wrong, I don't know the answer to that, but we can certainly, in a consultation, figure it out and get your case going. But the answer is you screwed up somewhere.
Ashley White, I got a letter stating I have a second interview, but no date. How long should I get a date?
It's about 9 months for the second interview. The second interview, I presume, is on a marriage case where they didn't believe the marriage was real the first time around. For the second time, they're going to separate you into 2 different rooms. You're going to play the dating game, kind of like the ratified marriage on our first show ever.
We should bring that
We
back.
should bring that back. That was a great segment.
I don't know why it disappeared.
I don't know what happened to it. One of the best segments we ever did. We did a great segment, our first show ever. We never did it again. Where we actually took a real marriage, somebody in a real marriage, and it was Tamika and Kevin. And Tamika was in the United States and Kevin was in Jamaica. And we did what's called a mini Stokes interview, where they didn't know the questions and they had to get the answers right. Like, where did they first meet? Or what was the last movie they saw? That's the type of questions that these people are going to get now. And by the way, Kevin and Tamika, for what we understand, it's a real legitimate marriage. And they were screwing it up.
Yeah.
Okay, Bahira, I want to be, Haynes, is it safe to travel on an advanced parole card to Jamaica and back?
Yes.
Okay, Dion Ricketts, can someone file taxes with their husband before you receive the EAD or Social Security number?
Yeah, you put a W-7 on your tax return, you get a tax identification number, and once you get your Social Security number, you can update your taxes.
Vivian, after your son filed for mom and she got her work permit, how long is it going to take for her to get her green card?
After your son, what?
After your son filed for, I guess after the son filed for his mother, and she got her work permit.
It should be about 9 months, if it's done right.
Okay, Genevieve Sofa, do you have to file joint income tax if you are legally married to a permanent resident 4 years now?
Yes.
All right, and that is it.
Thank you very much, Anna. Squeeze, I think we're going to end our show on time today. Is that shocking?
Like it, yeah.
Is that shocking? Usually we're going over, but we're going to see everybody at 12 o'clock. Squeeze needs to go to, we have a little fire set up outside.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you some marshmallows. You can go out, warm yourself up, roast some marshmallows, and come back for the 12 o'clock show.
And I'm very happy that you're not coming, because I don't do the Brokeback Mountain thing.
No, I'm glad. I will not be there with you. And for everybody else out there, happy MLK Day. I hope everybody remembers no matter what side of the aisle you're on, Republican, Democrat, white, black, brown, Asian, whether you were born in the United States, you were born elsewhere, I hope everybody remembers the message of Martin Luther King. It's very important that we all sit down and remember that, at least for today. We should remember it every day, but certainly for today. We're going to be back at 12 o'clock for our 100th live show on the Brad and Squeeze Show. Squeeze, any last thoughts?
Maybe we can get a clip of the speech after we run the disclaimer.
Okay, that would be fantastic. All right, thanks all for watching.
All right. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.